I wanna be a billionaire so freaking bad. Buy all of the things I never had. I wanna be on the cover of.
Welcome back to the Credit Gal Show on your hometown station, AM 1220 KHTS. I'm your host, Darbe Nokes, and we're speaking with Fred Arnold, a mortgage professional with American Family Funding. And I want to ask you a question. I know because I deal with identity theft protection, and I know that 9 million Americans get their identity stolen each year, Fred. And when it comes to, we have to give you a lot of personal information, when we're buying or selling a home, and, our tax returns and all of this stuff that you're asking for. Is that ever an issue? And how would you say, do we give you this information to protect ourselves in this transaction, a real estate transaction?
Well, as mortgage professionals, it has to be on our mind, because we're getting every piece of information from you. Social security numbers, account numbers, everything, to piece everything together. In fact, someone will say, well, you don't have my mom's maiden name. I said, yeah, I'll just go on Facebook and find it, right? You can find out something about everybody, right?
That's true.
Exactly.
That's true.
So it's critical that the data is protected.
Okay.
Couple tips that we recommend. First of all, walk into someone's office, a mortgage professional's office, and is it clean, or is our files is laying out everywhere?
That's scary.
I mean, if someone's working at their desk and they're on a file, great. But if stuff's everywhere, if stuff's in boxes piled up, it's unsecure, that's the first thing. Do they have security cameras? That means they're conscious of it if they're doing the right thing.
Absolutely.
Do their computers turn off? When I go meet with a client, we have a policy that when we collect the client's paperwork at their home, we have to park in a secured garage. And if not, you got to take your briefcase in the house, because someone can break in and steal that documentation. I mean,
that's very responsible.
Think about things like that. When your mortgage professional's emailing you an application that has your social security number on it, is it encrypted with something to identify, to make it so it's more secure, so people can identify it's yours?
Yeah, and all of that is so important. And, in dealing, I talk to people that call me every day that their credit's been affected. Obviously, they've had identity theft, and unfortunately, they didn't go to annualcreditreport.com and get their free report. And when they came to possibly they're searching for a home, or they're thinking about buying a home, and maybe a realtor office pulled their credit, and they go, "What do you mean? I've never bought a Dodge truck. I've never owned this property," and it comes up. And I always say, your identity, you need to protect that. The World Wide Web is being patrolled all the time. And, we use LifeLock, which is a Fortune 200 company.
Which is fantastic. I think it's important that you have something like that. But tell me more about LifeLock, or tell the listeners out there why that's so important.
It's so important. LifeLock is a wonderful company. They watch over the web, the buying and selling and trading of your information. They lock your social security number. What I mean by that is, anybody that tries to purge that social security number and use that for any other purpose, you're going to be notified, and you're going to be locked down. Actually, I had identity theft about 2 years ago when I had sold a property in Mexico, transferred money into an account. It was amazing, Fred, that on that same day, somebody went to Best Buy in San Jose, California, and tried to buy about $300,000 worth of equipment. And they shut down my bank account. They called me, they emailed, they did everything, and they caught them.
And it's because they were able to
They were able to catch it, because your social security number and all of that is attached, your bank accounts, everything's being watched.
So let me ask you something.
Yes.
And I don't mean to interrupt you, but one thing that excites me is we spend $50 to $150 a month for life insurance. Right? That's because we're placing risk. If something happens to us, our family's taken care of.
Right.
We buy insurance for a house. Again, risk. There's a risk out there.
Yes.
But are we protecting the cars we buy, right? I think I have 11 airbags in my car, right?
I know. We're protecting
we're protecting ourselves,
but we're overly protecting.
But we're not protecting our credit.
Our credit, our identity. And with LifeLock, it's $99, Fred. $99 a year.
How much was dinner last night?
Exactly.
Right? You have a glass of wine and and you've spent about $99.
Exactly, $99. So it's $99 a year, or $9 a month. I protect myself and I protect my kids. I started protecting my kids even when I have 4 boys 17 and under.
Oh,
but even
4 boys 17 and under.
I know, a baseball team or a soccer team or a basketball team, I got them. But I put their social security numbers, because one of the number one portions of identity theft is actually stealing a baby that's born Social Security number
Because we're not going to run
for
our
a
children's
very
credit for
long
18
time.
years.
And they go for student loans, and then all of a sudden they're like, "Wait a minute, you purchased a home and you have a foreclosure." And he goes, "I'm just 18 years old. How can I have a foreclosure?"
Yeah, it really does blow things up, and it's really important that
You make sure that you protect your identity, and obviously, work with a mortgage and real estate professional that protects your identity as well, and some of those tips.
Well, I got to ask you real quick because a lot of my clients are going to be listening to this because I'm going to send it to them specifically.
Okay.
I'd like you to put a phone number of how they can reach somebody so they can contact somebody on your team or get some advice on this.
Well, they can reach me by calling 310-924-5182 or info@darbenokes.com. That's DARBE Nokes, NOKES.com.
Perfect.
And we'll be right back. You're listening to the Credit Gal on your hometown station, AM 1220 KHTS.